Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're zeroing in on two terms that often cause a bit of head scratching in B2B marketing: marketing operations and marketing automation. You've probably heard both, and, well, maybe like a lot of people, you've wondered what the real difference is.
Oh, yeah, that's a really common sticking point.
Yeah.
And, this lack of clarity isn't just about words. It can actually cost businesses, well, real time and money. We see companies investing heavily in automation tools, right?
Uh-huh.
But then they find they aren't getting the results they expected. And often that comes down to not quite grasping the operational stuff underneath.
Exactly. So our goal today is really to unpack these concepts, make them clear, but also, practical. We want you to walk away understanding their distinct roles and, crucially, why getting them working together is so vital for scalable B2B growth. It's about cutting through the jargon, really, getting to the core of what makes marketing tick efficiently. Let's dive into marketing operations first. What does that actually mean?
Right. So at its heart, marketing operations, often called MOPS, is kind of the strategic engine. It powers your marketing efforts. It's the system, the planning, the governance, everything that allows marketing to function smoothly, effectively, and importantly, in a measurable way. It's really much more than just the tools you use. It's about how those tools, your processes, and your teams all work together.
Okay, so less about the specific campaign emails or ads and more about the underlying structure that makes them work. What kind of functions fall under that strategic umbrella then?
Absolutely. There are several core areas. First, you've got campaign operations and project management. So making sure campaigns actually get executed properly, on time, on budget. Then there's data governance, reporting, and attribution modeling. Big one, attribution.
Right, knowing what's actually working.
Exactly. Understanding which marketing activities are driving results so you can, invest smarter. MOPS also oversees the MarTech stack all your marketing technology, making sure you have the right tools and they're being used effectively, not just sitting there.
Yeah, because having a load of different software that doesn't talk to each other is just a nightmare, right?
It's total drain.
Precisely. And beyond the tech, MOPS plays this critical role in alignment. Aligning marketing with sales, with RevOps, with IT. That cross-functional piece is absolutely essential for everyone pulling in the same direction. And finally, MOPS is responsible for creating and standardizing processes, making things repeatable, scalable, building that operational muscle.
Okay, that paints a really clear picture of the strategic foundation.
Right.
So now let's shift gears to marketing automation. How does that fit in?
Okay, so marketing automation refers, well, specifically to the software platforms and the automated workflows you build within them. It's about handling those repetitive marketing tasks automatically. Think about automated email sequences you get after downloading something, or how leads get scored based on what they do on your website, or routed to the right salesperson. That's marketing automation doing its job. Ah, okay. So if marketing ops is setting the rules of the game, making sure the field is ready, automation is like running the automated plays based on those rules. Is that a fair analogy?
That's a great way to put it, yeah. It's definitely the execution layer, operating within that broader MOPS framework we just talked about. It takes the strategies, the data rules, the processes defined by operations, and, well, it executes them efficiently at scale.
Makes sense. What are some typical activities? What does marketing automation do day to day?
Well, you commonly see it used for drip email campaigns, lead nurturing sequences, that sort of thing, setting up the logic for lead scoring, identifying your hottest prospects, segmenting audiences for more targeted messages, making sure data syncs smoothly between your automation platform and your CRM, maybe enriching that data too. Trigger-based workflows are huge too. So an action happens automatically when someone fills out a form or visits a key web page. And managing lifecycle stages, moving leads through your funnel automatically based on defined criteria.
Okay, right. So we've got the big picture strategy with MOPS and the sort of hands-on automated execution with automation tools. I can definitely see how the lines blur, especially if, maybe one person is trying to do both in a smaller team. So let's really try and nail down the core distinctions: focus, ownership, scope. What are the fundamental differences?
The key distinction, I think, boils down to this. Marketing automation is fundamentally a tool set, software designed to automate tasks. Marketing operations is the overarching strategy and the system that governs how all the tools, including automation, are used to hit business goals. Now, the overlap happens because, yes, the MOPS team often owns and manages the automation platform. But their mandate is much bigger. They're worried about the entire marketing ecosystem, the data integrity, the cross-departmental processes, the reporting framework, the overall tech stack health, not just the automation tool.
That clarifies things a lot. It's like the difference between having, say, a really powerful drill and having the blueprints, the safety procedures, and the project plan for building the house. So they aren't meant to be separate silos then, are they? How do they actually work together? What does that synergy look like?
Oh, absolutely not silos. They have a truly symbiotic relationship. They really need each other to work well. Think of it like this. MOPS provides the essential foundation for automation to even succeed. For instance, MOPS make sure all your different tech systems, CRM, automation, maybe sales tools, are integrated properly and are compliant, with GDPR and things like that. MOPS is also responsible for data hygiene, keeping the data clean and accurate, which is just critical for automation triggers and segmentation to work reliably. You can't automate effectively with bad data.
Garbage in, garbage out, right.
Exactly. MOPS also develops the segmentation logic, who should get what message when, and then the automation platform executes on that logic. And MOPS monitors the performance through reporting and attribution, showing the actual impact of those automated programs, connecting the dots back to revenue.
Okay, so MOPS sets the stage, ensures the data is good, connects the systems, defines the rules, and then automation runs the plays efficiently. What does automation give back to MOPS then? How does the execution feed back into the strategy side?
That's the other half of the cycle. Automation generates a ton of valuable data that feeds directly back into MOPS for strategic decisions. It gives you detailed engagement metrics, who's opening emails, clicking links, downloading content. MOPS uses that to understand what's resonating and refine the strategy. Automation can also shine a light on process bottlenecks. Like, if leads keep stalling at one specific point in a nurture flow, that tells MOPS there might be an issue there, maybe the content's wrong, or the timing's off that they need to investigate and fix. Plus, the personalization that automation enables. That gives MOPS real insight into what messages work best for different personas, informing future campaign strategies.
Right, it's a continuous feedback loop for optimization. Okay, this is super helpful. Now, for someone listening who's maybe feeling a bit overwhelmed or unsure where to focus first, what are the signs that suggest you really need to prioritize building up your marketing operations versus, say, investing more in automation tools or features?
Yeah, that's a critical question. Look, if you're finding that your various marketing tools feel disconnected, like islands, if you lack clear reporting, you can't really see your funnel clearly or confidently say how marketing impacts sales, or if your campaigns feel chaotic, inconsistent, always putting out fires, those are huge red flags. That screams focus on MOPS. Same thing if you don't have documented processes or struggle to repeat successful initiatives. You need that operational structure first. Build the foundation. Got it. So get the house in order before trying to add fancy smart home features, basically. Precisely. Now, conversely, if you feel you do have a solid strategy, your data is generally in decent shape, but your team is spending way too much time on manual repetitive tasks, like sending individual follow-up emails or manually updating lead statuses in the CRM, then investing more in marketing automation is likely your best bet for immediate impact. If you're ready to scale up lead nurturing, or personalize onboarding, or automate lead scoring and routing because you know the rules, that's prime time for automation focus.
That's really practical guidance. Okay, let's tackle a few common questions that tend to pop up around this. Like, in smaller companies, can one person realistically wear both the MOPS hat and the automation hat? Is that even a good idea?
Well, in the very early days, maybe a startup or a really small team, it's super common, almost necessary sometimes, for one person to juggle both. But as things get more complex, more campaigns, bigger customer base, more tech tools, it becomes much, much better to separate those roles. The kind of deep strategic thinking MOPS requires and the detailed tactical execution of automation. They really benefit from dedicated focus as you scale up. It's hard to do both really well long term.
Okay. And another one. Is the marketing automation platform itself considered part of the MarTech stack that MOPS oversees?
Oh, absolutely. Yes, platforms like, HubSpot, Marketo, Pardo, Account Engagement, whatever you use, they are absolutely key components of the MarTech stack. And as we said, the marketing operations function is responsible for the whole stack selection, implementation, integration, optimization, including that automation platform. It's a core piece they manage.
Right. And one last common scenario. What if a company has invested in a fancy automation tool, but things still feel disorganized? They're not seeing the ROI they expected. What's likely going on there?
Yeah, that's a classic. And almost always it's a sign of underdeveloped marketing operations. Just buying powerful software isn't a magic bullet, right? Without the clear processes, the solid data governance, the strategy for how to use the tool effectively, that tool can actually just amplify existing chaos or create new problems. It's like having that high-performance race car but no map, no pit crew strategy, and maybe no one really knows how to drive it properly. The tool needs the operational framework.
So the big takeaway here seems to be you really need both working hand in hand, strategy and structure from MOPS and the efficient execution from automation.
Exactly. Marketing operations provides that essential framework, the governance, the data integrity, the insights, all the things that enable marketing automation to actually be effective and drive real results. When you get those two functions understood, defined, and working together smoothly, that's when you see marketing become more efficient, decisions get smarter, and ultimately you accelerate revenue growth.
Some incredibly valuable clarity there. So, as you're listening, maybe take a moment to think about that balance in your own marketing world. Strategy versus execution. Are your tech tools really empowering your goals? Or are they maybe just adding noise without clear direction? What's just one step, maybe a small one, you could take this week to bring a bit more strategic clarity to how you're using marketing technology? Definitely something worth pondering. Thanks for exploring this deep dive with us today.